Hey yo, what is up FPG fam? Further here and welcome back to another Aether Gazer video. So today's video is all about the brand new S rank Hera, one of the most anticipated modifiers to drop on global. I want to go ahead and talk about her kit, my current build for her. Now I don't want to talk about whether she's a must summon or not because I think that's obvious. Rather, I want to talk about her signature functor and if that's a must summon or not, because I think her signature functor is one of the most unique ones in the game to date. So I do hope you enjoyed today's video, you get some value from it. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. First, talking about the outfit that I do have for her. I did go ahead and get this outfit. I think it's a fantastic one. Now, I do think her original outfit's really nice as well, possibly better than this one, but I did want to support the game because this game is amazing. I do enjoy it. It is fantastic and I want to show it some love, and I think the outfit's really nice as well, so why not, right? Now, moving over to my current build, I have her built up pretty well. Now, I do need to min-max, just like with the rest of my modifiers that I have. I need to min-max them all, but you can see the stats right here. Pretty decent. Have her at level 80. The percentages, the ratio, that can all be much better, right? Now, if you did miss that summon video, I'll have it linked at the end of this one for you. You can go ahead and check it out. It was pretty nutty and it was momentous as it was my first collab with a content creator on this game. So it was a lot of fun, and I think rightfully so for this amazing modifier that we've been all waiting for. I thought it was just proper to do that. Anyways, if you missed that, spoilers, I did go ahead and grab 2 copies of Hera, not on purpose. I wasn't really planning on it. In this game of Aether Gazer, I feel like every limited S rank that comes out, or even not limited, even standard ones, are very viable at just base S rank, but I got lucky and we got another one, so I will be double S-ing her here shortly, but I haven't done it just yet because I did want to test her extensively just at the base S rank, just to get an idea of how she feels and how she works. But I will be double S-ing her here soon and then probably do another video about that. Moving over to her skills, I love her skills. I think she brings so much to the table. Obviously, we all know she's a great buffer, great supporter for the team, increasing attack, but I think her skills also do some really good damage and they all have really nice AoE on them. So that's something that I enjoy about this modifier as well that I don't think is talked about enough. Now, if we go over to her normal attack, it's a normal attack. Fire beams of light at the locked on enemy, dealing light damage equal to 546.5%. So that is nice right there. If we move over to the skill 1, summon 7 meteors above the locked on enemy, with each meteor dealing to enemies within range light damage equal to 374%. Once again, just a pretty decent AoE on this one as well. Now, you can whiff if you're not paying attention or if the enemy moves, but nonetheless, it's a nice AoE. It's a bit of a startup though, you have to keep that in mind, but I like it, and I think it does some pretty good damage. Now, if we talk about skill 2, this is what most people are going to be concerned about. Launches an attack on surrounding enemies, dealing light damage equal to that percentage of attack in total, and increases the attack of the team member with the highest attack by 37.5% for 15 seconds. Now, that is pretty noticeable and a very nice buff. This is why Hera is considered a must summon, because nobody's able to buff the team like she can in terms of attack, and it's doing damage as well. So the skill 2 is just pivotal. Now, if we move over to skill 3, summons the Big Dipper above the target to attack all enemies within range, dealing light damage equal to 2,807.6% attack in total, and it is a very nice AoE, so you're able to hit multiple enemies. It's a very good skill 3. I do like that. Now, if we move over to the ultimate, I think this is one of the best ultimates in the game. Increases the damage dealt by all teammates by 28% for 12 seconds and restores all combat resources expended by them in the next move within 10 seconds. It's an incredible ultimate. You pair that with skill 2 and your buffs are through the roof at that point. So a very, very nice ultimate. Now, not only do I think she has one of the best ultimates in the game, I also think she has one of the best and most unique dodge skills in the game as well, because this plays right into her signature functor, and that's what I want to go ahead and talk about as well. This is going to be kind of hand in hand. So is her signature functor necessary? I think the word necessary for modifiers and for functors is thrown around a little loosely. I don't think anything is necessarily necessary to have, because Aether Gazer, and this is what I applaud this game on, is one where you can clear content with any modifier, with any functor, even a 3-star one, as long as you properly invested and put enough resources into your modifier and understand the game well enough. You can clear any content with not having the best things. But with that also being said, if you were going to go for a signature functor, this would be the one that you would want to go for, because it completely alters her dodge skill, and there's so much benefit and utility with the signature functor in regards to her dodge skill that this would be the one that you would want to get and then put resources into leveling up tier wise, because it's that good. So let's go ahead. I have her signature functor, but let me go ahead and take this off really quickly so you can see what the dodge skill is without the signature functor. We're going to put a random 4-star on, and this is how much the dodge skill changes because of this. And no other signature functor that I can think of alters an ability or a modifier skill like this one does. That's why it's so unique. So anyways, if we take a look, the 4-star one, it is Phantasmal Light Dance. Quickly dodges, it's normal. Now entering 0 time slows all enemy movement significantly for 2 seconds, as well as triggers a solar arrow attack on the attacker, which deals light damage equal to 240% attack in total. Alone, this would be fantastic because this is a great dodge skill just in of itself with a 4-star signature functor. But let's go ahead and put the signature functor on and you'll see how much this actually changes. So let's go ahead and switch this out. We'll go ahead and equip the signature functor. Now take a look at what the signature functor does. Now when it's equipped to Hera, it replaces the dodge skill Phantasmal Light Dance with Feathers Fantastical. I'll show you that in just a moment. 100% chance of triggering dodge effect with dodge. Essentially, she's going to be able to trigger the dodge effect on demand, the 0 time on demand, whenever you want, every 24 seconds, just by holding it down. Now hold down on dodge button to trigger an additional dodge at the cost of 30 energy. So it costs 30 energy and it's once every 24 seconds. Increases the non-dot damage of mod or a teammate in 0 time by 32% when they are affected by Dawn Wish, which is the second skill, which increases their attack. So now you're increasing the attack by an additional 32%. It is absolutely nutty. You get the ability to trigger 0 time on demand whenever you want for the cost of 30 energy every 24 seconds, and you're increasing their damage even more. That is significant in comparison to what it was doing at just with the 4-star functor. So look, you can see now it changed to Feathers Fantastical, and look how much more things are here now. Now you got the hold down on dodge to trigger the dodge effect. It's just one of those functors that alters the skill and applies so much more utility. It is absolutely insane. So I think the signature functor, once again, is not necessary. You don't have to have it because you can clear the content without it. But if you were to get one, or if you were asking me which one I would recommend, if you've been holding out for a signature functor, this would be the one I would go for. And I would put the resources into leveling this one up in particular. That's what I'm going to be doing. I haven't leveled up any 5-star functor beyond tier 1. Everyone is just base, and I think that's perfectly fine. But this would be the one that I'm going to go ahead and level up because it's just going to increase the attack buff that you're providing the team, which I think is significant. So this is a fantastic signature functor. If you've been holding out, or if you've been wanting to know if this is a good one to go for, 100% you go for this one. It is phenomenal. So anyways, that is her skill. That is the signature functor. Let's go over to her sigils. It's just a recommended one that I have here. You can see I reconstructed them all. Skill effects, this is something that I need to min-max. Once again, like with all my modifiers, I need to min-max this a little bit better. It's decent, but not that great. I'm going to be working on that. Moving over to the Aether codes, I do want to go ahead and put this one on this side, the left side, completely max this one out. I just haven't had the time to do that, but essentially it's going to shorten the cooldown of Dawn Wish by 5 seconds. That is the skill 2, so you're able to pop that more often, getting more buffs. Dawn Wish no longer counts the mod as a target. After casting the skill, directly increases mod's attack by 25% for 15 seconds. This is massive, and I do want to go ahead and get that unlocked. And then we have the last one here. Increases the additional attack of the selected target of Dawn Wish by an amount equal to 25% of mod's attack for 15 seconds. Essentially, it's allowing Hera to do what you want Hera to do. Just buff the team even more and do it more consistently. So this is the one that I really want to unlock and really test out. Now, for the time being, I have this one because this is the only one that I have fully unlocked. But this one's going to increase her damage more, which is good. Once again, I think she is a pretty good DPS, and I think she outputs the damage comparable to some other supporter slash sub DPSs like S rank Leviathan and others that you can maybe think of. And she has some nice AoE, once again, like I mentioned before. So I don't mind this one, and this is pretty fun to do. I'm not gonna lie, I've been having a lot of fun using this one. This one I just need to unlock the last one here. But essentially, it's going to increase the non-dot damage dealt by Feathers Fantastical by 15%, which is great. Increases damage dealt by 12% when the mod enters 0 time. Effect increases by 12% every second, up to a maximum of 60%. And then this one right here extends the duration of 0 time triggered by the mod by 2 seconds. This one plays right into the signature functor, I think, a lot better. And with the increase in the 0 time, you're going to have 0 time for a very long time. You pair this with one of the Meowjewels, I forget which one it's called, that increases 0 time by like 1 second, and you're gonna be in that for what seems like an eternity, being able to do whatever it is that you want to do. So this one I definitely want to test out as well. I think there's some very good potential here, once again, in relation to the signature functor. So I'm excited to try this one out as well. Anyway, so that's her Aether codes, and then we move over to her chips. The one that I have on, which I think is probably going to be the most beneficial, especially if you're playing her in the AI slot and you're using your main DPS, is this one. When Phantasmal Dawn Hera fights as a teammate, Dawn Wish always affects the team leader, meaning if you're the main DPS, you're going to be affected with the buff, and I think that's just the most beneficial. We have this one right here, Dawn Wish always affects another teammate. So if you're not the one that's being the main DPS, like for example, you have Scotty, Living Soul Osiris, even Hell as the AI, then you can go ahead and make sure that the buff goes on them, which is cool. And then we have this one right here, Hera fights as a teammate, she always receives the effect of Dawn Wish, has no effect if Phantasmal Dawn Hera's Aether code Flawless is active. So Dawn Wish is going to go ahead and affect Hera herself, allowing her to be essentially like the main DPS if you want her to be, which is once again playing into me stating that she actually does output some pretty good damage herself, and I don't think that should be neglected or overlooked. So chips are really good, but I think the first one is probably going to be the best, especially if you're playing the main DPS on point. All in all, I think Hera is a phenomenal modifier. I think she's offering the team so much, and I understand why people were stating that she was a must pull. She's really good. I can't wait to try her at SS. I do want to test her out some more, because as good as I think she is, and I think she's fantastic, I think there's much more to be discovered. I haven't had a whole lot of ample time to use her because I just pulled her recently. I think there's a lot more potential that I do want to unlock. She is a little bit trickier with her skills and that dodge. If you have the signature functor holding that down, she requires a little more skill than others. She's not just you press a bunch of buttons and you go. There's a way to use her that's probably the most optimal that I'm going to go ahead and figure out and probably do a separate video on. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this modifier in particular. Let me know if you enjoy her, if you used her. And thank you guys so much. And be on the lookout for plenty of more videos on her. We're going to be pumping them out. So I do hope you guys enjoy today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. You call me further. I'll see you all next one. Bye, guys.